welcome back to another one. We are going to hit a pretty rare Redwood Empire. I haven't hit Redwood Empire on the channel yet, and what better way than to do a LE release. Super excited. Got two samples. We got the bourbon and we got a rye of the Haystack needle. It's 8 years old, and they're both cask strength, which means that they are pulled from the barrel, and that's what the proof sits at. So that usually means that they sit higher. I think one's at 116 and the other's at 124. The rye is at the 124. So really excited to dive on in. Let's hit the nose, taste, finish, and if it was worth finding it for MSRP. Bourbon. Alright, let's dive on in. We're just going to hit them bam bam right after another. So, first one we're going to hit, we're going to do the bourbon first, and then I'll go through the nose, taste, finish, and then we'll go through the rye last and hit nose, taste, finish. So, here we go on the bourbon. It's a good color. That's what you want to see. That's like caramel with like a fresh popcorn, like kettle corn, a light chocolate, a lot of oak. How big it's cinnamon kick on that smell. It smells great. It smells like something funky. Let's hit the taste. Whoa. Root beer hit. Little vanilla hidden in there. Definitely some like nutmeg. That popcorn note kind of comes in. I was kind of looking for it. That little kettle cooked popcorn note. A little bit of spice. I don't know. I can't really narrow it down. A little bit of oakiness, but it's also kind of like a sweeter oaky taste. I don't know how to describe like a sweet oak. You can definitely tell it's higher in proof. I'm making little faces, but it's actually really elegant. It's hard to pick up tasting notes on this one. There's a lot going on for it. It lingers for a minute too. Yeah, I get a root beer kick, almost like a rye taste also, which is odd because there's only 18% rye in that, which you wouldn't think would put a big impact on it, but yeah, that's pretty good. It's weird. You kind of get like the rye note of that kind of like the spice and the pepperiness on your tongue, but you're also picking up a little bit of a light chocolate, sweet oak, cinnamon comes in, a little vanilla comes in. It's like a root beer taste that I got right off that kick with all that flavor. Blend all those flavors I just listed, and that's what you get. It's pretty different. I like it. Let's go with the finish. The more you sip it, the more like coating in your mouth you get with it. I think right up front it was really good. It just didn't stick around super long. I would say it was definitely under 10 seconds, but you get complexity. I mean, it's almost like 2 steps into this flavor. You kind of get like the initial like, ooh, it's gonna be hot, and then you get all your flavor all at once on that second step up. That's really different. I really like it. A little bit of oiliness, but not overpowering. Coats everywhere it needs to coat in your mouth. Gives you a lot of different ventures into what taste you could say. It took me a long time to come up with some of the notes, but that bourbon's really good. The other thing I was going to cover is the mash bill on the bourbon. The bourbon is 72% corn, 18% rye, 5% wheat, 5% malted barley. It's 8 years old, 116.4 proof on this bad boy. I really like it, and honestly the only Redwood Empire that I've really dove into is the Pipe Dream and the Screaming Titan, and I wasn't a huge fan. I've been told to keep giving them a shot. It's just hard to do when those bottles sit between $50 and $120. The 120 comes from the cast strength stuff. You know, that's just going to be a little bit more expensive, and they're kind of the top of the line. So I really enjoy this. If you would have gave me that in a blind, I would have never guessed Redwood Empire in a million years. I don't know what I would compare it to, but that's really good. I really liked it. At MSRP, I think I saw a price tag on a bourbon was 110. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it was 110 or 120 that I saw the price tag on for that. Secondary, they're going for 180 to anywhere above 180. If you can find it for 100, I mean, that's really, really good. I've had some $100 bourbons that don't even add up to that. So you be your own judge on this, but not being a Redwood Empire fan and trying that, I would buy that. That's very, very good for MSRP, not 180. I would say if I saw it for $100, I'd have picked it up. Yeah, that's delicious. All right, let's dive on into the rye. Scoot this bad boy up and push this guy back. So this one's the rye. The rye consists of 90% rye, 5% wheat, and 5% malted barley, and it's 124 proof, 8 years old. When you hear all that, you think high proof rye, and it's going to kick you in the face. So going into this, I haven't tried this. So going into this, that's what my initial thoughts are. So let's give it the nose, taste, finish, MSRP, and if you think that you should pick it up. Here we go. Nose. Oh, damn, that's way calmer than I was expecting it to be. Kind of grassy, but it's like that rye smell without being super harsh, and you pick up a vanilla note at the end of that grassy rye smell. That's so easy and simple and elegant. Almost like a red fruit, like a raspberry smell in there with vanilla and that rye. You do get that rye smell, but it's really not that harsh on that rye smell. Yeah, it smells really good. For some reason it reminds me of cola, but I would say like a ginger ale instead of a cola. That smells good. Yeah, I'd say ginger ale, raspberry, and a hint of vanilla is what I'm getting off the nose with that rye like grassiness. Let's give it a taste. Let's give that a taste. That's a good color. Holy crap. That's insane. It's so smooth. It's dangerous. On the taste, it's almost everything I said on the nose. You get kind of like a ginger ale taste with that. You get kind of the rye grassiness, but it's so tucked back in there. Little vanilla. You get like a sweet, like, I would say like a white cane sugar, not white. I was thinking of the syrup, but like that cane sugar syrup. You kind of get that kicked in there. Almost like the sugar cane. I would say like a sugar cane met a cinnamon stick that was super mild, and man. Ginger ale, cinnamon stick, a little bit of grassiness on the rye. It's tucked back in there. It's not very harsh. A hint of vanilla, and a tiny, tiny bit of like it's oak, but it's not super subtle, and it's not. You really have to dig for that, dude. That's really good. That's a really good rye. Wow. I almost forgot. Ooh, delicious. Almost forgot. We gotta hit the finish on this bad boy. Let's do it. Oh my god. Still going, still going, still going, still going. That finish goes on for a long time, and it is not harsh at all, which blows my mind because this is 114 proof, or my bad, 116 proof. This is 124.2 proof, and this was this was smoother than the bourbon. This is so freaking good. Wow. I'd say for the finish, you get, I don't know, I gotta do it again. Dude, that's wild. It's just so easy to sip for being such high proof. I'd say the finish you start off, thinking you're going to get blasted in the face of the rye, but you're getting the ginger ale note I'm getting, a little bit of that grassiness, cinnamon, a hint of vanilla, and then oak, and then you ride that out with that cane sugar at the very end, and that's what I finish with, is like a cane sugar and rye grassiness. Again, super faint, not that harsh, and a little bit of that cane sugar just mixed together, and a hint of cinnamon, and it's perfect. I would say the finish goes on well over 10 seconds. I mean, I was counting it earlier. Dude, that's wow. That's breathtaking. I really, really enjoy that. MSRP on that, I actually haven't seen the rye. I've only seen the bourbon on MSRP. I want to say it's the same price, around the $110, $120. I could be wrong. If you found it for that, all day long. I was kind of debating that price tag with the bourbon, which is over here. The rye all day long at $110. Throw it in the bag. That is super, super good. I really, really like that. I'm very impressed. Wow. Well, thank you, Griffin. You know who you are. I really enjoyed this. These little teasers at these bottles. I'm really glad I got to try that rye. The bourbon was really, really good and kind of blew me away, and I would have never guessed Redwood Empire. These Haystack needles being bourbon and the rye for me takes the cake. These were exceptional. I highly recommend anybody who finds it at MSRP to pick them up. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. I think a lot of the bourbon lovers would really enjoy this. I just think they're just kind of worried about the hype secondary and spending too much money on something that they're taking a chance on. Personally, if I saw the two sitting next to each other, I'd grab the rye. That was so good, and it's probably going to get drank tonight, for sure. But Griffin, thank you so much. Thanks for letting me have some samples of the Haystack needle, both the rye and the bourbon. Really appreciate you. For those who haven't subscribed, please do so. We're growing. I love it. And here soon, I am going to do a giveaway. And the giveaway includes a pack of Glencairns. And I will be picking up a bottle so that you can pour a brand new bottle of bourbon and to your new Glencairns. So get ready for that. I will post some stuff up for that later on, so that way you guys can get into either my raffle or whatever I'm going to do with it. But get excited. We got our first giveaway. Please subscribe if you haven't. Do so. Share with friends. Let people know about the profile. Really appreciate you guys. And again, share the profile. Let everybody know Swift Pours is here, and I'm something else. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the Redwood Empire, because I sure as hell did. Thank you guys. Cheers.